Smell it.
Can you hear it?
Yes, brother.
Yes.
It's coming. It's called history. And when history comes upon you and your senses start going, you got two choices. You can be on the right side of history, or you can be on the wrong side of history. We're all here tonight because we want to be on the right side of history. On June 26, 20 days from now, we're going to make history. And we're going to turn the page and take it to a place that we've been held back from a long time, a place that brings people together, a place that unifies us, creates opportunity, and opens it up for people. And the person who's going to take us there, the person who's going to make that history, our state senator, soon to be congressperson, Adriano Espaillat. So I'm proud to introduce you.
Thank you, Vince. And Larry, the lovely wife, thank you for opening your doors. Anytime anyone opens their home to someone else, it's a show of respect, but most importantly, it's also a show of solidarity. So I want to thank you both for hosting this event today. And when Vince said history, the sun began to shine right there. It's right on my eyeball.
Right on time.
Right on time. But, you know, in many ways, this is my home. First of all, I grew up not too far from here on 153rd Street. The ball field down the street was my playground before Riverbank. This neighborhood was my home, and it still is my home. Well, I moved uptown to 218th Street. I'll be moving uptown. But this is my home, and you know, politics should not be a business for a few. It should be an opportunity for many. And a gang of four cannot run politics. It has to be a community of many people. And New York City is a permanent experiment. You know? Someone comes to the city and they come from LaGuardia, they come from Kennedy, they come from Newark, and they see all this construction going on. And every time you come, whether you come this year or next year, you're going to see the construction going on because this city never stops. It's a constant and permanent experiment. An experiment of opportunity. And the bridge, which runs right through the middle, right through the heart of the district, is the great gateway to opportunity. And it's almost like a great door that if you can open it, it allows you to move forward. So why should we shut the door? Why not keep it wide open for everybody to be under the same tent? This campaign is about a big tent approach to making sure that everybody is under the tent. That it's not just four people, that is everybody. And it doesn't matter whether you're, you know, Latino, Dominican, Puerto Rican, African American, white. It doesn't matter whether you're man, woman. It's for everybody. This country, you know, Obama changed the paradigm. Hope and opportunity for everybody, and everybody embraced it. The problem was that in Washington, he didn't have the mavericks in Congress that watched his back, that protected him and ensured that he could move forward. So he didn't have to step back and water down the Healthcare Reform Act, and not do immigration reform, and not do the bold things that he promised the American people, the things that he promised that created hope and opportunity for everybody. So we have somebody like Rudy Fuertes here, who owns maybe 5 or 6 supermarkets in the central Harlem area. And he stood by us here in this neighborhood when things were tough, when it was nasty, when, you know, nobody wanted to be in the city, when they were holding up his managers, and he stood there with us without a penny, barehanded, without a penny from government. And we have people like Vincent Morgan, a young professional with a young family that wants to make Harlem his home and wants to make sure that it's for everybody. And we have people like that want to make sure that politics is for everybody and not for 4 people. So this campaign is about the future. It's not about the past. We respect the past, and the past has good things in it. but it's fundamentally about the future. Primarily about the future of our families and our kids. Young folks that graduate from high school and go on to college. And I remember back when I graduated from college, the sky was the limit. I would get the New York Times on Sunday, or the Daily News. I'm saying that because I'm going to be interviewed by their board, and I hope I get their endorsement. And you will go through, you will go through the job, the employment pages. And you will pick out on a Sunday 10 jobs, And then on Monday morning, you will get up with all that hope and make those 10 phone calls. And maybe one of them will give you an interview. And then you do it again the following Sunday. And at the end of the day, in the month, maybe you have 4 or 5 interviews and you get one job. But the sky was the limit. You knew that you graduated from college and you were able to have a future. Now you graduate from college and you're saddled with a debt that has surpassed credit card debt. Your children, and some of you, the other day I was advised by someone in the audience when I say your children, he goes, hello, I'm 50 and I'm still paying mine. We're saddled with a debt that, according to the federal data that they just gave us recently, surpasses our credit card debt. And by the time you finish paying it, 10, 15, 20 years later, you have to kick in for your kids. So you could be permanently in debt. And so you have young people that were brought here, when they were 1, when they were 2, when they were 5 years old. I came here with no papers, and we overstayed our visa, and at one point I had no status here. I was undocumented, and here I am running for Congress. What a great country. What a great opportunity. America for everybody, right? And so these young people are running around and they say, we want a shot. We don't have our papers because I came here when I was 2 and I graduated from high school and I want to go into college and I want to do better for this country. I want to get a good job. I want to pay taxes. I want to buy a home for my mother, and I want to do better for the economy. And we want to shut them down. It's called the Dream Act. And they call themselves the Dreamers. So this country must turn around, and the leadership in Congress has failed us. Maybe they were great some time ago, but in the last 2 or 3 decades, they haven't been so good. There's been a disconnect. And as I said, without beating up on him, he deserved all the respect that I could give him. Joe Namath was the quarterback. The Mets won their first championship. Nixon was the president. Rent was cheap. And the sky was the opportunity when that happened. Now, it's a whole different set of challenges. And I think there's a very deep disconnect between government and people. And so I chose this year to run for Congress in my neighborhood. I've been here 47 years. To say that we want a big tent, not a small one, a big one where no one will get wet when it rains. That it will provide hope and opportunity for everybody. And that together we can do that. We could make it happen. There is no challenge, there is no hurdle that we cannot overcome if we work together as one community. Black, Hispanic, white, men, women, Asian. Why not? This is a great experiment. So I ask you to join us on June 26th, and thank you for coming here to make sure that we bring history. Every community needs its Jackie Robinson moment. And even when Jackie Robinson was on the field, Robinson Cano now wears his number inverted because he's retired. And his name is Robinson because of Jackie Robinson. But it was when Jackie Robinson was on the field and he was being talked on and threatened, and he felt the sky was falling on him. And one day, Pee Wee Reese in the dugout just threw his arm around him. And everybody felt it was better then. Because Jackie Robinson wasn't just for African Americans, he was for everybody. That moment was for everybody to be better, to be uplifted to another level. So I ask you to join us to come to another level on June 26th. I thank you for being here. We're going to make history not just for Dominicans. The papers they want to classify this as a Dominican thing. No, it's not. I was trained in politics by a black Baptist preacher. Sometimes it comes out on me. So this is for all of us. I ask you to come out until 26 and let's make history. Let's win. Let's elect Adriano Espaillat for the U.S. Congress. Thank you so much.